Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 284, day 284 of the Defining Discipline podcast. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days in a row, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,500 miles within this time frame. Also within this time frame, I've challenged myself to run two big races. One of those races being a ultra marathon 50K trail race, a 31-mile race out on the trail. That was on June 5th, day 196 of my journey. And I was able to finish that within 7 hours, 15 minutes, and 22 seconds. That was the Yankee Springs 50K trail race. Now, also within this time frame coming up, I have another big race that is the Detroit Free Press Marathon, and that is actually in 6 days. And within that, I will be running the Motor City Challenge, which is running the competitive 1 mile and the competitive 5K race as well within that race series, which is in 5 days. So the 1 mile and 5K are in 5 days, and the marathon is in 6 days. And after that, we just got the home stretch of running every single day until the end of the year to hit 365 days. So let's kind of talk about miles. So for the day today, we have started the official big part of the taper here to get ready for this race. So for the mileage for this week, we are at 1.5 miles for the day and 1.5 miles for the week. That put me at 45.7 miles for the month, which put me at 1,289.5 miles for the year. Quickly, let's focus in on these monthly miles of 45.7. Every single month, I challenge myself to do a 100-mile challenge, and I do it in honor of a charity in which I donate money to, and I also start a coinciding fundraiser to raise money and awareness for that charity throughout the month. For the first 9 months, raised money, and we're able to surpass the 100-mile challenge for 9 great charities. Now we're sitting here within the 10th month, the month of October, and we're raising money and awareness for the Michigan Humane Society. That is the month, or the cause we chose for this month's 100-mile challenge. We chose that because the month of October is Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, and I'm a huge dog person, and the shelter throughout here in Michigan, the main shelter throughout Michigan is Michigan Humane. So, trying to raise money for them this month. If you'd like to donate money to this month's fundraiser, you can find the link to do so on the Defining Discipline Instagram or Facebook story, or my personal page's Instagram or Facebook story. Within those stories, you click on the link, it'll open up the actual Facebook page where you can make your donations. All donations that get made to this cause and fundraiser go directly to this cause and fundraiser. Facebook is not keeping any portion of your donations, so keep that in mind. I do know times are tough, though. Not everyone is able to donate. If that is the case and you'd like to still help out, the next best thing you could do is just click that share button. It goes a long way to get as many people's eyes on it as possible. It really, really, really helps out, and it doesn't hurt much and cost anything. So click that share button, put it on your guys' page, and ask other people as well to share. Other than that, guys, let's kind of get ready to get into today's actual episode. But before that, as always, we will quickly go over the word of the day. Restituer is the word of the day. Restituter is the word of the day. A restituter is a person who owns or manages a restaurant. Restaurateur. I don't think I'm saying this right at all. Restaurateur. So yeah, clearly I'm not saying it right, and I sound like an idiot. So it is what it is. Restaurateur. That is today's word of the day. October 11th. Thanks, October 11th, for making me feel really dumb. I knew like in my head what it was, and I just knew I wasn't saying it right. And I feel like I have heard that before, but restaurateur. So if you own a restaurant, you are a restaurateur. congratulations. And I still think I'm saying it wrong, but it is what it is. So let's get actually into today's actual episode. Episode 284, day 284. Today's theme is yield. And for the reason, because that is exactly what today was about. It was about yielding back, holding back some mileage, holding back the pace, taking the dog out there for the run, just taking a nice easy day. It's almost like a rest day, just nothing crazy, getting out there, getting a run in with the dog, and just trying to really yield and hold back and try to rest up the legs and the body even more to get ready for these races. So that's kind of what this whole week is going to be about. It's going to be about kind of yielding, really pausing, holding back, kind of slowing down, hanging out, waiting for the right time to really pounce and to really, spend all my energy. So that is kind of the goal for, again, today was the main part of it, to really slow it down, 1.5 miles. And again, to try to focus in on some other things I need to get done as well instead of just running. So that's kind of what helped me out too, was getting out there, putting in low mileage, a slower day. And that shaved off half of the time I've been doing the 3.5 miles. This saved me a big chunk of change of going out there for 2 more miles on top of that, in time to get some stuff done around the house and things like that. So it's kind of nice to just kind of hold back, yield, kind of save my body, and at the same time save some time to do some other things and use the time elsewhere. So that's kind of what today was about, and this week is truly going to be about, is to be about really, yielding and holding back and getting ready for these races, because there's 3 races, the 1 mile, the 5K, and the marathon. So really excited about this, really anxious, and just trying to get everything ready and get everything in order, because we are truly on the cusp, 6 days away. So for your daily discipline today, day 284, it is to yield. Think about the times you need to yield, and yield properly within your life. Think about the times you really need to conserve your energy and to hold back. Think about all the times when you held back and it worked out in your favor. Think about all the times when you didn't hold back and you really needed to hold back. I can think about plenty of times where I've really burned my energy out way ahead of time, i.e. an example, the first marathon I ever ran, the unofficial marathon I ran last year with my buddy Joe. I needed to yield within that. I needed to slow down my pace, but I ran with him at his pace, and by the time I got to mile 18, I was burned out. So main thing there again and here is to really hold back and yield. And even within this race too, I'm going to be yielding. I'm going to be trying to, again, yield and hold. I can go really fast. I can do, try to go as fast as I want, which I'm going to try to get a fastest pace. But again, it's not just about going super fast and then burning myself out, but it's about, withstanding and enduring a good enough pace for a long period of time. So that's kind of the goal. So I'm going to try to even yield on race day instead of going super fast. I got an idea pace where I want to, a good idea like a minute portion of where I want to be in, where this is the fastest I want to get, and that is definitely the slowest I want to get. So I got an idea where I kind of want to sit within there. But again, your daily discipline today, it is to yield. It is to, pause before acting, to really think about the things you're going to be doing. And maybe if it's energy-wise, to really slow down to conserve your energy. But again, even yield, the main thing about yielding is to kind of slow down and to, to think about things. When I think of yield, the first thing I think about are the yield signs, on the side of the road. When you yield, you don't necessarily have to stop, but you got to slow down and you got to look both ways. You got to check. You got to make sure everything's clear, and that's kind of what you need to do in life every once in a while. You need to kind of slow down and double check, make sure everything is correct before you really start, hammering down the gas in life. That is something you need to do every once in a while. So that is going to be your daily discipline for the day today. It is to do exactly that again. To kind of yield and just kind of look back and forth, kind of evaluate if it's safe enough to hit the gas and go forward, or if you need to even slow down even more and come to a complete stop. Whatever the case may be, kind of just yield for the day and think about what your next move is going to be and when the best time to really put on the gas is going to be. Other than that, day 284 in a row, guys. Thank you so much for following along and listening. Really excited about this race coming up. Just trying to keep my head on and stay focused here. So 284 days, episode 284, yield now in the books. If you guys can, please give the podcast a like, a subscribe, a follow, a share on our Facebook, our TikTok, our Instagram, our YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you've been following along and listening on. Other than that, again, thanks guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 285, and until then, peace out.